Hello, this is Bill Glose from Virginia Poetry Online. Hampton Roads is blessed with a thriving poetry community. Unfortunately, there are so many events and open mics spread throughout the area, it can be hard to keep track of them all. At least, that was the case until Talya Chatman came along and started her blog, The Good Word. Today, we go to Newport News to sit down with Talya Chatman and talk about all she does for the poetry community. Good morning, Talya. On this little corner of the internet, The Good Word, you track all the poetry events going on in Hampton Roads, put them on a calendar, and list their locations. How did all this come about? What inspired you to launch this grand endeavor?
Well, it started off with Pete Freeze, who used to maintain a list of the venues in the area. And he offered for me to take over his blog. And at the same time, I was thinking that there were so many venues in the area, and there was like no one place to find those. And so I decided to just go ahead and start my own blog that included as many venues as I became aware of in the area. So because people have different tastes and there are different venues in the area, so that just gave people basically a sample of, where they could go and find their own niche in the area.
In addition to the calendar, what else do you maintain on the site?
I also maintain a list of the venues that are going on that week. I also try to highlight venues that are going on in the area that are normally not going on a weekly or monthly basis. I also have literary links to include a link to the Writer's Block Daily Press blog that Leah Price maintains. Also links to the Word for Word poetry website and the SC Publishing, that's a website that Nathan maintains.
It's an awful lot to keep track of. How do you do it?
Well, some of it involves Facebook stalking. Because what I do is I click on my home link and I'll see what things that people have posted. And that's where I get a lot of my information from. Every now and then, I will get emails from various places letting me know of events that are going on. But those are mainly my two sources.
You also send out weekly emails to everyone who signs up for your list. What do those contain?
What is included in those emails is a list of the poetry venues as far out. Usually, I think the last one goes out to like June. So whatever venues that I become aware of, I put on there. That's just to give people an idea of what's coming up and to plan ahead, because there are so many things to do in the poetry community. And I also have an email that I send out to that highlights things that are coming up, maybe like I said, things that that normally would not come up that I want to highlight.
On your Facebook posts, I see plenty of photos from other poetry events that you've gone to. How many events would you say you attend on a regular basis?
When I first started, I will say I probably did like 3 or 4 a week. But then things came up like, school. And so I had to kind of dwindle that down quite a bit to 1 or 2 a week if possible. But I still try to, even if I don't attend an event, if I get pictures or something like that from that event, I try and put that on my blog so people still get an idea of what's going on at these various venues.
Mm-hmm. You do so much to promote everyone else, but you're quite a good poet yourself. Who would you say are your poetic influences?
My goodness. I think everybody starts off with, well, for me anyway, I started writing poetry because, someone broke my heart or something like that. So maybe those were my poetic influences, those guys who broke my heart. But then I will say that one of the major influences would be Dr. Pruitt. I actually took a couple of creating writing classes with him. And a lot of the poetry I used to write was kind of abstract, like I understood it, maybe. But he pointed out that, yeah, you're going to have to, you got a lot of question marks on some of my stuff. So I was able to change in a way that other people could relate and other people could understand my poetry. Another influence, and I know it sounds silly, would be Eminem, sorry, because of his play on words. I found that fascinating, so I think that's helped me write in a different way. I always try to look for different ways to write poetry, and his way of playing with words and his internal rhymes in his pieces has helped me become a better writer as well.
Thank you so much, Talya, both for speaking with me today and for all you do for the Hampton Roads community. If you want to visit the Good Word, go to the website listed above and drop her a note and let her know how much you enjoy it.